Hey.
Yes.
Yes.
Made it.
Friday.
How's it going?
Hi.
Everybody.
Doing well.
What a week. What a week.
What a week it is.
Yes.
Made it to Friday.
Indeed.
Hey, we're here.
How was the week?
Heavy.
Challenging.
Challenging. Give me some other adjectives. What else?
Busy.
A lot.
Busy. Somebody said, did you say rare form?
Prayerful.
Oh, prayerful. Prayerful. Hey, Helen, it's been a minute. Helen, where have you been? Where have you been? You've been busy. You've been busy. Kendrick been busy. We haven't seen you in a few weeks, Kendrick.
Kendrick look like he's freed.
We can't hear you, Kendrick. How have things been going?
It's good. Like Roy say, I'm free. I broke the chains, Roy.
His wife let him out the basement. Kendrick's so good to see you outside of the basement.
I didn't know he was locked down. Wait a minute.
It's hot.
That's just Roy being Roy.
All right. It's hot in Memphis. Belinda.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
You know, people get jealous about Miami. You got your arms all out showing that it's still hot here and we just enjoying this heat. I had no idea that people actually were wearing winter things. Like it's cold in other places.
Listen.
Oh,
I'm traveling soon up north, and I'm trying to gather all of my winter things.
yes,
and
yes.
I was in DC last
Challenging.
week, and that good 60 surprised me right quick.
You weren't ready.
Winter
I
is a
think
curse
over
word.
the weekend in Tallahassee is supposed to dip down to 48 from what I saw.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, that's how Tallahassee beat them. It'd be 48 for about 30 minutes, then 83 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And William, oh my God.
Young Will.
Look what
Hey.
the wind
Davis.
Oh my
It
goodness.
must be Cougar
my
season
goodness.
because
It's got to be cold in Atlanta.
It's
Inside.
actually
Cuffing
not that
season,
bad.
cuffing season in full effect.
It's
Is that what it, right? It comes William.
boom.
Will.
Time to get
Will.
start snuggling up underneath a nicely woven blanket made by Miss
Hey.
Geraldine.
Hey, Will.
hilarious.
That's how you know the fall coming. You done crept in the cuffing season.
Nah,
You feeling that-
Williams,
doing that cold
Cougar
weather?
free. Williams Cougar free. He's Cougar free. Okay.
If you
I
say
just want
so.
y'all to know that.
How you know?
Thank you, Roy. Thank you.
I mean,
I am.
you got
I've
to prove
been
that to me.
outside.
Bro. I don't know.
We're not buying that. We're not
Listen,
buying
I've been
No one
outside.
believes
Outside. It's time to come back
He
inside.
said he's outside of the convalescent home.
Listen, it's a bunch of cougars outside too.
I'm about to
He
say
said he's not going inside no more.
Y'all putting
They
words in
inside,
Williams' mouth. He
outside.
hasn't
I'm
said
inside
one
now.
thing.
Hey, listen, I'm inside
I
now.
can disagree either, though.
Okay.
William,
Inside of
Will,
a
what's
crackling
the
fireplace.
You got a simple question, William.
Y'all can have this.
What are the better biscuits from scratch? Is it with the all-purpose flour or the
It's still rising.
Chicken and dumplings.
which,
I love it, Dwayne.
you know,
Is the granulated sugar or the regular sugar? Like,
which one comes out more flaky and buttery?
Y'all are bad. Y'all
Just
welcome back,
bad.
William. Welcome back. We missed
William,
you.
what's the weather like up there?
So it's the weather that's like warm during the day and then cools down at night, or like it'll be extra cold in the morning, but it'll warm up. So it's the weather that you just have on the jacket and still have on like a t-shirt under it. Brunch boots just started coming out because it's fall. So, all these people
Not
around
the
here
brunch
with
boots, I love.
the brunch boots, all that good stuff. So.
Ebony, you asked that
And the
question.
cougars be there too.
You should have been like, "How's Miss Bernice's
that.
knee?"
Man, I can't. Well, here's what the question is.
I'm
The
gonna
question
leave
really
Miss
is.
Bernice out of it, Dwight.
and Miss Geraldine. We're gonna leave
And Miss Geraldine.
I think Williams Cougar free, but he does know the difference between being gay and absorbing junior. He does know that for sure.
William, we're happy.
Is there a right knee or left knee hurting? Because that's how
we're happy to see
You
you.
know,
William.
it's funny is somebody on Instagram, they were telling a story about how their grandparents told them about a dance card. And I found myself, they were like, well, what the hell is this? And so I found myself saying, like, oh, yeah, that's back in the day of the shows, this, then the third. And I looked at it, I was like, the fact that I know that is actually.
It's telling. It tells everybody everything you need to know about you, Will.
I was like, oh, God, okay.
Well, you know what? Tell me. I don't know what that is. What is a dance card?
You know what a dance card is.
No,
Back in the day, like at the proms and stuff like that, they would sign the dance card like at the school dances and stuff.
Why?
It was
So you had to fill up your dance card so people knew that you weren't a harlot.
Yeah, how many dances you got?
A whole lot of names on your dance card.
Well, why would you want to dance with a lot of people?
So that you weren't supposed to. That's the goal.
It was more so like showing interest like that. Like so.
Yeah. Like I like you, so I'm gonna sign your dance card because I want to dance with you. But
you know people who want to dance with you,
but I'm not taking your number.
Dance with.
Yeah.
No, the woman would have the dance card.
The woman would have the dance card, not the guy.
Oh, so is that kind of like what's that dating app, the B thing or something? Like you ping Bumble, like you try to show interest, and then if they respond,
not. Well, yeah, I guess so.
William, don't answer, William. Don't, William. Don't.
I was just trying to say, like, never mind.
William, I'm trying to help you. Why are you on Bumble? That's really the question, William.
I didn't say I was on Bumble.
No,
I didn't say I was on Bumble.
But you know,
I can still know about something that has nothing to do.
You know about Bumble and know how it works.
Millions of women flood Bumble now looking for William.
Right, exactly.
William, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to throw you a live, William.
I was trying to see if William could come to Dwight's party on the 16th. Because you know that they have those models that are wearing these shirts. William is already taken that time, so he won't be able to come and take pictures with the guests that are going to be there. He's too busy. He's too busy.
Millions of women put their tickets in the trash.
Right.
No William, no party.
In different area codes.
Okay, so let's go on to the show.
Yes.
I think Basil was able to get the video that we wanted. So let's see if it'll play. I still don't know what this is about. So you guys will have to tell us what happened after.
That's
Okay, so
Wow.
that was Draymond Green.
Yes,
and was it a practice? What was going on?
Yeah, it's practice. That was at practice.
We talking about practice?
We talking about
Practice.
Yes, that was 4-time NBA champion Draymond Green, sucker punching 1-time NBA champion Jordan Poole.
Because I thought that was like a high school scrimmage or something.
No, that's NBA scrimmage.
Those are grown.
You didn't see Steph right there at the bottom?
That was grown men who make way more money.
Wait, let's look at it again. Look at it.
Steph didn't even move.
He didn't.
Listen, Steph said, "My name's Bennett. I ain't."
You don't want no part of this.
Steph said, "I'm professional."
He said, "I'm not security up in here."
Right.
So what's the behind the scenes story? What happened?
I don't think anybody knows yet, but it was probably just a heated practice. Stuff like that happens all the time.
It's
in
true,
the NBA, in the NFL, even in the major leagues, it happens.
But the theory behind it, so Draymond Green is an important part of the Warriors dynasty. If you know anything about the Golden State Warriors, they've won 4 NBA championships in the last 6-7 years. And so he's been an integral part of it, but his stats aren't comparable to his other teammates. So he's so imagine like what Dennis Rodman was to the Bulls in
No comparison, but I'm feeling you.
I'm just
I'm feeling
saying,
you. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling
metaphor,
you.
you know,
man.
but
I'm feeling you.
like he
I'm
had
feeling
one
you.
job.
I'm feeling you.
Draymond Green kind of has one job to kind of be like a bit of a battery in the back of the players, but because it's all about what have you done for me lately. One theory that's floating around is this video is now getting leaked because he's trying to negotiate a new contract for more money. And now it also, it kind of undercuts his argument that he's an essential component if he's out here causing trouble. So now it's an interesting dynamic when you go in to try and angle yourself to get more money, when it's like you causing this trouble. Now you can keep causing trouble for half of what you're making, but if you want to cause trouble like that, we ain't gonna keep paying you, what you say you're worth.
But here's the other thing, Dwight. Draymond Green is who he is, and I think what's happened with the Warriors, they've done a great job of sweeping that always under the rug, right? Because what happens in the locker room, we know this, things like this always happen. This is nothing new. But the reality is that when they lost the first championship to the Cavaliers, Draymond Green cost them. When they lost in 2016, Draymond Green cost them. When Kevin Durant left the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green is the reason behind it. And at some point, you have to look in the mirror and go, hey, maybe there's some things that I have to do and be accountable for. And the Warriors have to go, hey, he has to be accountable for it. You were 32 years old fighting a 23-year-old guy who's been in the league for a couple of years, and you're mad, one, because he's about to get paid. Two, he talks trash, and he's a competitor just like you. At some point, you got to stop trying to be a bully, because that's really what Draymond Green really is in a lot of ways. And it's going to cost him. And he deserves every bit of what it costs him.
No, 100%. But it's the literal cost of it, right? The idea that the guy he punched is probably going to end up making more money than him, and him feeling as though he's supposed to get equal pay to the
but
Hall of Famer.
If this happens all the time, then why would it be a big deal?
Because it's Draymond Green and it's on camera.
Green.
Yeah, it's on camera. That's more so it. It's
Right.
just on camera.
Like you don't hear about this stuff. Like Jordan intimidating his players was a rumor. You didn't see
Jordan punched Kerr. He punched Kerr.
Gave him a black eye.
Even
my thing with
Kobe called like the rest of the teammates Charmin, soft.
Yeah.
All y'all and walked out of practice.
Yeah. Like all those are part of the mystique of the NBA, but in the world where it's a closed practice, you got to wonder how a video gets leaked.
I got it now. You're saying like those of us who were in our 20s before social media, the things that we did are just rumors. No one actually saw us do the thing.
There's no evidence of it happening.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm actually saying is even back then,
no receipts.
Even back then, there were videos being taken of those things happening, but it was all internal. And then the word would leak out. Now, that's a closed practice. There was nobody there who wasn't who was not connected to the organization.
Right.
So for a video to get out, that means somebody who's literally connected to the Warriors was the one who leaked
it.
Look, not only that, you're talking about preseason. We ain't even in season. It's preseason.
Exactly.
Preseason practice.
And
so what's happening is Draymond Green is also trying to negotiate his contract before the season starts. Yes.
I'm with you, Roy, with Draymond as him being a bully. And my thing is everybody in the uproar about it, but I wasn't impressed with what he did. Because like you said, number one, Jordan Poole, 23. But when he out there on that court, he run up on everybody else, but why he don't do it to the opposition?
No.
He'll sit around and he'll kick men in the groin area, but he won't do what he just did to the opposition.
No, you 100%. No, he always fights his teammates, right?
Always. But when he get out on the court, he just want to run his mouth. I ain't see him punch nobody in the face yet.
But then the boy pushed him first, though.
Yeah, but
but you see,
he
he invaded his space.
He
invaded his
walked
space.
on him. He
Oh,
walked up
okay.
on him. When you somebody's coming nose to nose, you gotta like do something.
Right.
And
Right.
if you look at the video, he walked across the court. Like my man just, even if they was jabbering with each other, the fact that Draymond Green approached him, I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Not only that, did you see he knocked him out?
He did.
That's a lawsuit right there within itself.
Yep.
That's battery.
Assault. Yeah.
Yes, but I doubt
No,
it.
yes and yes. I mean, there's
You have a job?
you
Look, I'm sitting here and say battery on my
No, we're
teammate.
not arguing that what you're saying is true, but
Yeah.
is
I
he
just
going
ain't
to
gonna
move
press charge.
forward?
No, he's not
and,
gonna press charge.
you know,
I'm
actually
sitting here and say
press
battery
charge.
on my teammate.
What consequence did he
What
get?
lawyer say,
Let's say he breaks his
we're gonna
jaw.
let you go.
Say he broke his jaw.
Probably gets fined.
I mean, did Rudy
You gotta find him?
Tomjanovich?
No, Dwight. Dwight, that was almost career ending. That was career suicide. What happened to Rudy Tomjanovich?
Right. I'm just saying.
Oh, was that Moses Malone?
No, it was oh gosh,
Who was that?
It was Grover. What's his name? God, I'm drawing a blank on the guy, but he punched. He sucker punched.
He fractured his face.
Kermit Washington.
Yeah.
Kermit Washington. He fractured his face.
He fractured his face and his eye and everything. Just
They get fined. They get fined.
Fine. There was no fine.
We're talking about the 70s.
No, I'm talking about now for Draymond.
Oh yeah, of course he'll get fined.
He might get fined, suspended, docs and pay, but I don't think there's going to be a lawsuit that gets filed.
No, it ain't gonna be no
Well,
lawsuit.
they're gonna have to. They gotta clean that up, right? So when they talk to Steph about it and they talk to Klay Thompson about it, they're like, well, you know, we're competitors and these things happen all the time. They got to say all the right things in front of the camera.
100%.
That was wrong.
But one or two things going to happen. Either
And
Draymond
at the end of the day, Draymond Green, I think what's going to happen is that he's not going to get paid, but at some point they're going to have to probably, not during this year, but he's getting older.
100%.
You're not bringing value. And I think what happens is a guy like Draymond understands that he does not have the value he had. They'll end up releasing him at some point in the next year.
Listen, the Warriors want to keep this thing going, and they want to keep it going with the new. They can keep Steph and Klay and put a whole bunch of new cats around them, and they proved that with last year's championship. Because truth be told, Gary Payton II, Jordan Poole played way better than Draymond Green did. So
100%.
So it's a moot point at this point.
Well, yes, Chaz, trade that dude. Check your text messages, to Chaz. I just sent you something. Look, speaking, you know that's my thing. Speaking of, did you guys see this?
Yes.
Come on, Joe.
My gosh, Joe is coming through.
We see you, Joe.
Joe said, "Wait a minute, mid-turn."
Puff, pass.
Smart midterm move.
Yeah.
And it allows here's the thing, it's money driven too. We know that. I mean
100%.
That's exactly what
this dude's come a long way on that though, because he was adamantly opposed to marijuana legalization for years. Like during his whole time with the Obama administration, he was in Obama's ear talking about don't legalize marijuana. So I'm just glad he's finally come to his senses.
But Dwight, I know we've all seen Biden interviews.
Yeah.
You gonna say he don't look high?
Oh no, he does. No doubt. But I mean, but he's also 80 something. You know, 70.
He on something.
He's the oldest to ever serve, correct?
Oldest to ever be elected. Absolutely.
Wow.
As old as the crypt keeper.
Okay, Roy. Elderly people.
But I'm sure somebody might have slipped something in his brownie once or twice. You know, it's all good.
No.
I'm pretty sure. you can tell.
No.
You know, a little ganja tea.
Yeah, you can.
But what I also appreciate about what he did was he also said other governors need to follow suit because he only has control over the federal pardons. Most folks who got busted for marijuana possession are at the state level.
Mm-hmm.
So he's also saying, you know, all you conservative governors out there who just keep locking people up for dumb stuff, follow suit. We'll see what comes out of it though.
Keep locking them up for money.
Well, what I did like about it was all of the news outlets were saying, "Oh, the president is keeping to his promise."
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe Kamala had a little input.
Yeah,
Oh,
she come,
speaking of Kamala, did you see she got into a car accident?
Yeah,
No, I
I
didn't
saw
see
that.
that.
On Monday, she was in a car accident.
She's okay.
Was she
all right.
driving?
Mm-hmm. No, she was with Secret Service.
I'm about to say because they're the beast is an actual tank. The presidential limousine is
Right.
it's hard to hurt somebody in that car.
No, this was
Why anything's possible. After I seen them folks storm the Capitol.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying
Anything's
structurally,
possible.
it's hard to you driving your little Camry and you hit the beast, it's gonna bounce off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they said it was something like he hit a pothole or something. Secret Service, which was her chauffeur, hit a pothole. It happened on Monday, and she was delayed for maybe like 20 minutes or so on the.
I know that pothole. I've hit that pothole. And it's no joke. DC has some serious potholes.
I like the way you say that DC pothole, that one pothole.
Yeah.
Right there by
I think that pothole came to visit us on Old Cutler right outside of Matheson Hammock Park. Have you all ever hit that one?
Have you seen the ones that's in the park?
It's about 5 of those same ones on Moody Drive before I get home.
It's like 35 of them on Moody Drive.
Yeah, and my husband and I have talked
with Trump this week
about it.
What's going on with Trump?
He's suing y'all.
Suing CNN.
She said y'all.
Y'all.
Dang, y'all. He said y'all.
Because we're all part of the mainstream media now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Put it together, Dwight.
We are.
We're all part of. We all gonna get named in the lawsuit.
I don't think nobody's on that affidavit.
What did he do? I mean, he's suing mainstream media. I don't know the story. That's why I'm asking.
Defamation.
Oh, okay.
For CNN.
What character?
He need to be suing. He need to be suing himself for that.
Like, what character can you defame? I mean,
Kanye recently said he was amazing. He's great.
He killing his own character. He should be suing himself.
Right.
It's probably the one time they said they didn't say allegedly.
But it's kind of interesting, ironic that he's suing CNN because I think Trump understands how to play the game with the media, and that very own thing that he plays the game with. Now he's mad at them, so it's kind of interesting that you're going after CNN when CNN, in a lot of ways, plays a lot of your stuff and your sound bites and everything else that you say. So you're mad at that very own machine that you were using at one point.
CNN is the very reason he got elected in 2016. No slight to them, they just kept showing all his stuff.
Right.
So it was just like every time he make a comment, here comes another video of Trump. You know what I mean? It was just so you can't. He's always wants to bite the hand that feeds him, I guess. But
what happened about his social media platform? Has anyone been on it?
No. It doesn't exist.
He's banned from Twitter, right?
I thought it was called The Truth.
Yeah, I mean, he said it was going to launch, but I want us to think about that in the context of things that Donald Trump's been connected to, and whether you've seen them in the stores ever.
Gotcha.
Like, have you ever tasted Trump water or had a Trump steak?
Okay. Got it.
I'm just saying.
Is wild.
He said he made all those things. I ain't never seen a bottle of Trump water in no Publix. I ain't never seen a Trump steak.
Do y'all remember when Trump had clothing though?
I was just thinking about his clothing for a minute.
And let me tell you,
he had suits. He had
suits. He had ties. I remember buying a tie. The tie falling apart.
Yeah, it was right behind the Steve Harvey suits, but before the Joseph A. Banks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just did a quick Google search about Truth Social, and it says that it's not available because there are deficits in the app as far as the content systems.
That sounds about right. There's
Yeah,
a
Sounds about white.
That's good. Yeah.
the system has failed you once again.
Yeah.
Sounds about white. Sounds just about white.
Well, this picture had the internet a little
In a frenzy.
jovial this week. So what
need
do
help.
we see here? What do we see here?
That's Tom Brady's wife and Antonio
Soon to
Brown.
be ex-wife with Antonio Brown.
I thought he was in Dubai. What?
Belinda.
This is when he wins the Super Bowl.
Oh,
That's when they won the Super Bowl together.
okay.
But he released this photo, right?
Of course.
Yeah, he tweeted it.
Because he's.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say Antonio Brown, as off as he is, Antonio Brown is the 2022 Jose Canseco, right? When he realized that he was not about to be in the league, he just started spilling his beans. Jose Canseco was like, he took steroids, he took steroids, he took steroids, he took steroids. Him, he a liar. Him, he cheated on his wife. I slept with his wife. Antonio Brown is doing the same thing. He's
Exactly.
like, oh, y'all ain't gonna let me back in the league. So guess what? Tom Brady sent me to his doctor so they could lie about my medical treatment and my plans. Matter of fact, I went in the other room one night while his wife was sleeping. He snitched on everybody.
Wow.
Hey, Dwight, what the song say? Put it on.
Yeah, he's snitching on everybody. That's what's happening because he knows he's not gonna be able to get back in the league. He's telling he's a tell-all right now.
I want to go back. Remember, some people were saying he was going to get back in the league.
He's literally doing it himself, though. That's the crazy part. It's not nobody's saying like you couldn't be in the league.
Like no one questions his talent. They question.
I think somebody would have took a chance on him.
Yeah,
if he wouldn't have did what he just did.
In Dubai.
No, it's not even about the just did. It's the fact that he's a loose cannon. He's a loose cannon. If you're gonna take the risk, you also got to take all the baggage that comes with it. My man, it's like he might give you seven catches for 125 yards one game, and then rob a
take his clothes off.
I feel like the Bucs are like at the point of the Bucs, everyone was like, all right, like let's just try. Like the Bucs were like, okay, let's try this. And that was really it for the whole league. I think the Bucs were looking at it, or the league was looking at the Bucs like it was a social experiment, almost like, okay, can this guy work out?
It wasn't the Bucs. It was Tom Brady.
It was Tom Brady.
It wasn't the Bucs. It was Tom Brady. Tom wanted him.
Yeah,
and
but here's the thing: you came after Captain America. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
and the dude who like pretty much helped revive your career. That's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Black Panther made a cameo appearance in Marvel, and now you going after Captain America. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's Captain America.
First of all, please do not equate.
I know you love
Antonio Brown with T'Challa or Chadwick Boseman.
No, right, Dwight? At all.
Still, what I'm saying is you made a cameo appearance.
I'm just saying, pick a whacker character.
There's so many other terrible characters.
As a matter of fact, we'll go with Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. A group could have been group.
Dwight got offended. Dwight's like, "Hey, do you see this thing on my
bro?
do
You
see this on my jacket?"
You literally could have picked someone else.
I'm just saying, understand, like that's what you did though. Like you come after Captain America, you can't really when he's a staple. He's the NFL. He's the reason why you were back in the league, and you not only that. Tom Brady, here's the other part that we're really not talking about and why Antonio Brown tweeted that photo. Tom Brady let you stay in his house.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a little bit something else behind that photo? Because all I saw was her looking in his eyes.
But that was a recent picture, right?
No, that was
2 years ago. Like
No. What I'm sorry, I'm saying it was recently put out.
Yes.
This week.
Yeah. So there was.
He put it out after the divorce lawyers were called.
So that was intentional.
But I mean, if we gonna speculate, let's be clear, right? Like, I'm just gonna say it since nobody else got the courage. Tom Brady seemed like he been out there swinging for a minute, right? Let's be clear. Like, I can see him wife swapping. I can see him be like, "Yeah, Antonio, come stay with me."
Right.
All kinds of crazy stuff going on. If we
I wouldn't go there.
Hey, Dwight, me and you were here, Dwight. We right here, Dwight. We right here.
I don't understand the Dwight. Stay with him and work out together. Like, what are you saying?
I'm just saying the whole flip flopping. I'm retired, but I'm coming back. So, it was like
still working out all right, Melinda.
Work out.
Let's get these plays together.
Dwight, hey, Dwight, he was on that TB12 workout, all right.
Hey, you know what I mean?
We can all have a good time.
I'm just saying, like, you know.
What you say, Giselle? Say I'm not trying to share no more.
That's it.
I'm done with that lifestyle.
Tom was like, "Wait, you want me to come home and just be with you?"
Right.
You're like, nah.
I'm gonna go back.
Everybody get traded.
I'm gonna go back to play.
Trade everybody, Chaz.
Oh God.
She was like, "Tom, what's going on? You ain't bringing no wide receivers home no more. Like you used to be,
What?
And look,
Edelman, Wells Welker.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but here's the thing. His wife is from one of them foreign countries. That all them white women love brothers. I'm just saying.
Wow, Roy. Wow.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's just my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying?
This is a fact.
You know that?
He was looking in his eyes a little too close. I mean, she was smiling. I ain't seen no smile like that in a while.
It's a little twinkle. It's a little twinkle.
I'm telling you.
Like what they say, once you go black, you know what I mean?
Look at the placement of the hand. That hug is a tight hug.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
baby.
just like all
and he got on shoulder pads.
And she wrapped around the back.
And he got on shoulder pads.
Wait, hold on. I don't think that's her arm. If that's her arm, it's extra long.
That's what I was thinking.
Why is she hugging him like that though?
That's
right.
Yeah, she got an arm around the neck.
Space. They're close.
Yeah.
They're like,
that,
you know,
Like,
that
arm around the neck.
right.
Put your arm around the next man's neck.
There's no separation.
Yeah, you don't put your
All I'm
arm
saying
around the
is-
next man's neck.
all I'm saying is in that picture there was a wide receiver and Antonio Brown.
hugging him like that. Ooh.
Because she used to hugging him sweaty. That's why.
He won the Super Bowl, y'all.
In that situation,
That's not a Super Bowl hug.
That's not a Super Bowl hug.
God, somebody
He
has
used to live in my house and he won the Super Bowl.
No, that's we celebrating. We celebrate.
All of us will celebrate this win.
Wow.
Oh
You
my
are.
God.
You don't know where his hands is. His hands might be like this.
Allegedly.
Tell you.
Melinda, you took it there, asking Dwight to clarify.
I just wanted more information. I don't know that much about sports. I don't know what happens.
I'm just saying.
You know what happens.
Look like she had a pineapple on her shirt.
You know, I know one sport you do know. You know boxing. You know Iron Mike.
Bill Mike is
Look
amazing.
at that. Look at that smile. All them white teeth. All them white teeth.
She know growls. She know what a growl sound like. That's what she does.
Oh my!
I love DMX. I know you've been missing him.
Antonio's rapping now too.
That is true.
Don't do that, Dwight. Don't do that.
Yeah, he'll do it, Will. Do it, Will. I put that,
Look at Avis. Avis like, what?
He walked out.
Jessica,
He walked out
you
with
haven't
full
seen that?
confidence.
It's all over
and
the internet.
performed that.
No.
Like all
Right, Will.
the college players,
Sir,
NFL, when they score a touchdown, if you see him doing this, that's the Antonio Brown song.
We need that clip.
I mean, that's his dance. That's his
Okay.
dance.
What
Well,
was it?
look,
all
we'll
over
have,
the
we'll
internet.
have to ask Basil to get that clip for us for next week.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll have to play that because
It was-
I'm lost. I have no idea what y'all
It
talking
was song he performed it. I'm like, wasn't it Coachella or whatever?
No, it was right here in Miami at
Yeah.
what you call it?
The
Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
You're right. Rolling out.
about. He actually performed the song.
Yeah,
That's where it came out.
That's his single.
The single was hot. It was. Let me not say it was a hit. It was a hit. My bad. Well, it was a hit though.
They played it like on the radio.
What?
Sing it. Somebody said
It
a
was
verse to
trash,
it.
William, but it was still a hit.
Well, listen, they ain't play that up here. I'll tell you that.
Well, that means that you must could understand what he was saying.
Barely.
Well, what I do know is after he left the league, he was with Kanye all the time, so that helped.
Because in Atlanta they play that mumble rap. You don't know what they saying on the radio.
Nah, up here is Lil Baby Central.
Yeah.
I like
Lil Baby
I was
Central.
about to say I like Lil Baby.
It was what's the boy name? Young Thug Central.
Baby Central.
Puerto Rico case.
Got quiet.
Cedric, is that your after hours name?
What?
Where have you been? You not in the conversation? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, your wife up there dragging out the name Lil Baby real quick. She leaned to the side on it.
He didn't even know.
Listen, if she calling me baby, there's no love in front of it at all.
Oh, okay.
Just, you know.
The wife.
I'm just saying. Since we talking about it, I'm just saying.
What are we talking about? Really? What are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Next topic.
Set yourself up on that one. Don't ever say
Y'all
it
talking
again.
about you ain't here.
Next topic.
Please.
Oh,
Y'all know my mouth.
Yeah.
Look, he trying to get serious too. That's the funny part.
Yeah, we can get us back on the rails. We are currently off the rails.
Okay, we have another. We can kind of stay on topic with this. We can stay on topic. We can stay on topic, but on a different little.
Oh gosh.
So this story is about Puffy and Mase.
And it's been going on for like 30 years.
Mace looks really good in that photo. Like he's aging well. His skin, unless that picture has a lot of airbrushing.
They both look good. Both look good for their age.
And I look at Puffy. He actually does. He looks good too.
Reverend Mace.
Mason.
He called Mace a fake pastor. I'm like, oh,
yes, he did. That was good.
But he also said, "Show your receipt."
He called Mace a fake pastor.
Mace was a fake pastor.
Yes, he called Mace a fake pastor, and he said Mace owe him $3 million. Apparently, Mace was like, "Hell nah, you owe me $3 million." So I'm just trying to figure out who owe who $3 million. Hell, at this point, y'all owe me $3 million. Just give it.
Well, Puff said, if I owe you money, show me the receipts, and you'll have it in 24 hours, whatever it is.
I heard JT said if they giving out money, she would take some too.
I sent my receipts.
Listen, Mace said Kim Porter had the receipts. He said he started naming people. So he said Black. He started naming all the people that Puffy had. He was like dead. He said they all have the receipts. Well, now what?
He said Janice have them.
Ooh, the mama.
Yeah,
and he said the mama have them too. Yeah,
Janice Combs.
Yeah, he'll never get those receipts.
He said
was this the same argument that Kim was getting ready to put out a book on Puffy about him with little boys or something like that? Ooh, and then he died.
I was part of it.
Rumor.
Wait,
who here we go, bring it back to weird
Kim Porter.
Weird behaviors.
Kim Porter.
Yeah.
Really?
His mom.
That was a rumor.
Missed that one.
Well, you got to think. Well, here's a part of it is like everybody that's been around Puffy. There was an artist has passed away suddenly, and then Kim Porter after that.
It's a lot happening here, man.
Okay, so we got Biggie. We got.
Look at that. Y'all got Avis driving.
Craig Mack.
Trying to give forgiveness for
Black Rob.
Black Rob. He named them all too.
Craig Mack passed away suddenly?
No.
It was like years ago, wasn't it?
It was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, but
what was it? Black Rob passed. It's been a few.
Craig but there's a lot of people that was still around that he did big things with that's still around.
I mean,
who did he do big things with, Ebony?
And these people live a healthy lifestyle.
Mary J.
All of them left.
They left.
They all left.
And that's why they're still alive.
They left.
But think about it. Everybody who stayed with Bad Boy, their careers went down the drain. You see what he did the total?
112 down
allegedly.
112 was still with
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
112 is coming here in a couple of weeks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they
had the locks. Remember?
Are they here with Tevin Campbell?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so. They're
I
going to
see
see Genuine.
I want to see Tevin too.
I
want to see Genuine.
I do not want to see
Genuine.
I want to see
Genuine.
Genuine
has single-handedly wrecked his career in a month.
Exactly.
No, but we like that. We like that about him.
William, that thing had me crying.
He's a 3-time culprit. It's just the second time caught on, and everyone was like, "Wait, hold the fuck up." What?
Oh gosh.
You're
right, William. You're right. What you said.
He's real. He's authentic. He's
legit. Like, wait a minute. What are you doing?
A great show.
It's a show, right?
No, but that's not a good look.
People love it.
It's the white. His bottom lip.
Do it.
He smiled at the
camera. The white did. Do the white.
Do it again.
Yeah, like that
he knew he was being goofy.
I'm with you, Will.
Look crazy.
Well, he didn't look like Genuine. He didn't look like the 96 Genuine at all.
No, you don't look like the 30-year-old version.
No, that's the problem, Will. He looked like Genuine from 1996. And
Michael Jackson in 06 still looked like Michael Jackson in 92. With his hands.
You know, you in 1996, 2022.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing, though. It was terrible. His slacks was up to his chest.
It was awful. Crazy.
That's what
he did.
I just know
that whole Burberry shirt. It was
from his slacks.
Listen, there is no excuse for his behavior. This man needs to be arrested.
But not arrested.
And I like Genuine too.
For public disturbance. Like, this man needs to be
listen.
Oh my God.
William,
Public disturbance.
William, you're missing an opportunity because them biddies be at his shows, and that could be right there.
That's right.
That could be like fishing with dynamite.
You can get like leftovers really quickly, Will.
He said leftovers.
Listen, he didn't even say fishing. He said leftovers. Dynamite.
We'll make
Belinda, how long the leftovers been out?
Used to do it.
Just listen. Don't take leftovers after 3 days. Just
At this point, the fishing is scurried away. Especially after that.
Lord.
All black. Listen, the all black fiasco was it, man. I was like, okay, Mr. Kind Sir, we just need you to go have a seat, please. Because this ain't gonna be.
He's gonna be in Miami with Tevin Campbell and Keith Sweat.
Oh, he's gonna.
First of all, William, get your ticket. Just be there for the let out, William. That's
really it.
No, Dwight, you talking about the rollout because they're gonna be rolling them all out.
I'm talking about all the AARP cars gonna be.
Geraldine will be in the building too.
He got some more aerobics he got to do. He about to do.
Look, William,
I'm gonna be there, Will. So don't let me catch a picture of you with anybody, okay?
That man looked at himself up.
Willie Mae, none of those folks.
Hey, what are you doing?
My dog, he thought it was David Bleem, I guess, on at that point.
I didn't
thought he can levitate.
Look, Kendrick, it was so funny. Even Genuine came on and had to laugh about it.
Listen, I'm telling you, he knew he was being goofy. He knew he was being weird. That's why he looked at the camera. Y'all cannot tell me anything.
And he winked. Don't forget he winked.
He winked. Why?
He knew it was weird. He knew it was creepy. Y'all can't tell me anything otherwise.
That's
not the Genuine I remember.
Exactly.
The other Genuine is not authentic. This one is authentic. This is who he really is.
I think
no.
That's not what you go to watch the concert for. You don't want that. You want the original stuff.
No, I want to laugh.
We went to see Bobby Brown. I mean, we knew that he wasn't going to be doing all those dances.
Bobby Brown didn't really got dance moves, though.
We knew he was going to try.
He didn't. Bobby didn't try because he knew.
He knew.
He knew.
He know that.
He knew.
And we accepted
Genuine doesn't.
But Genuine still in pretty good shape.
He's not genuine.
He's not
anymore.
genuine. He's not. Yeah.
Y'all want him to dance like Chris Brown. Listen,
We don't want him to dance
Listen,
at all.
but Belinda, here's the thing.
No.
All these.
We saying just get that microphone and sing your
But
song.
look at James
brother.
Brown. James Brown
Wow.
was 60-something. He was still getting it. MJ was
James
still in
Brown's
his 50s,
been doing
still
that.
getting it.
But James Brown's still been good. He ain't been weird.
That's my whole point. Like, and
Oh,
Belinda
okay.
said, "Oh, he's 50." Like, it don't matter. James Brown was still sliding across the
Well,
floor. So
I'ma tell
MJ
you
still
this.
moonwalking.
William, I feel a little hatred from you on Genuine. I feel
There
like
is no
maybe
hatred.
you think
Like
he's
jealousy.
There is no hatred. There is no jealousy.
I'm
They
feeling
say
like
they
he might.
competing for the same market, Jack.
That's
You know
because-
what I'm saying?
there we go. That here is where the problem lies.
Territory.
Hey, Dwight, I think, you know what it was, Will? I think it was the dye in his beard. I think that, when he did that blonde,
The chemical
you know what I'm
imbalance.
saying?
Yeah.
It seeped in his pores and it threw everything off,
You're jealous too.
I think
Stop
that's what
that.
happened.
Don't do it like that.
Don't be jealous.
I'm not
Don't do
jealous.
that.
I'm just,
It's
when you
not
go to
jealousy.
see something,
It
you want to
wasn't
see
a good
what
look.
you
It wasn't a
expected
good
to
look.
see.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. I was not expecting to see this.
I don't think anyone.
It's been a week for Herschel Walker. First of all, with the abortion claims, with the son then coming out, and then the gentleman, I can't even remember his name. Oh, Gary with the T, saying one of his sorors, who is Herschel Walker's son, came out and said that
Wait,
everything
what?
Who's
was a
Sarah?
lie.
Who is he?
Oh,
I like the way Jessica just glanced
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Wait, I'm still listening. It sounds like it's more to it. Please keep going.
And so now you have everyone.
Because she know him, right? Say one of his.
No, not right.
One of his songs.
Keep it moving. Keep it going.
Gary
Don't push through, Jessica.
Keep it going.
This story
Said
so
one
back
of
together.
his songs. What's song he in?
It's like Gary with the T.
Oh,
one of
but
his-
You're supposed to catch
that, Kendrick. That's
what
what
he
he
was.
That with a straight face. Hey yo,
No.
I understand it, but I ain't going for that.
I don't understand it. Let's not understand.
It ain't no understand.
In all seriousness,
there's no understanding.
Yes,
all
Dwight,
seriousness,
can you
Walker's
enlighten
actually-
us, please,
Herschel
about
Walker is actually up in the polls. That's
That's the crazy part. It is what.
After this came out,
After
No,
all this
before.
came out, he's
After it
actually
came out.
Listen, one
after
thing I
the son
learned.
came out, after
Wow.
they paid for the abortion came out, he's actually moving up in the polls.
One thing I've learned about
That is
him,
wild.
That's what I
It
was
is
talking to a
wild.
coworker about today. I said, listen, when he did the radio tour on disputing the accusations that were being brought up against him, even with the woman's receipts, his story was very compelling.
Right.
It sounded as if he was telling the truth. That I don't know if you were able to hear him, but if you can find it, you should listen to his side of this whole situation.
Is
So
it
interesting
bad
enough,
that I just
Killer
laughed?
Mike had an interesting perspective on that because Killer Mike is from Atlanta, and he was just like, "I'm be honest, as crazy as the man sounds, he sounds like a lot of people in Georgia. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he sound but he's just like the fact that he goes, like he's appealing to guys who be in denial of their kids. He's appealing to people who normally keep this stuff secret, and so the fact that he's like getting all this stuff aired out is actually making people sympathize.
Right. It's working kind of.
It's crazy.
It makes him relatable.
Only in America. Only in America.
Is
It's
it
the same. It's the same impact Trump had, and people forget
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
Like
It's the same thing.
that's how Trump won. Was people just like, oh, poor dude,
Right.
getting, we all go through it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's.
Is it
I don't
bad?
know what to tell you. Like,
I just laugh
This
when
man
he speaks.
cannot-
Is that bad? I feel like
He cannot articulate one sentence.
That's the
No, it's
funny
a
thing.
Trump.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank
But
you.
at least you
Bring this back
understand,
up.
Trump.
Thank you. So this picture was everyone supposedly praying for him after everything that has happened, from his son discussing private situations publicly.
That's all I can say.
Again, is it bad that I laugh when he speaks? I'm sorry.
No, because I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Listen, I'm just saying,
No, it is bad.
You might end up with a bunch of that.
Hey, Will, I just want
I
to leave.
listen to the clips for a laugh. Like I do. Like I.
It's the same. I remember being at conferences in 2016, and everybody saying the same, like, Trump, come on, ain't no way.
Right.
Here we are.
Here
we're necessarily. It's not necessarily what he's saying. It's really how he said it. That's what I'm.
We don't laugh at special needs people.
Well, you can't even help yourself. That's funny. You know what, Will? You know what it might be? Honestly, it might be CTE. Like for real.
You say
it might be CTE.
Yeah,
you're right.
As a fact,
it ain't no might be. That brother got CTE. Like,
I'm just curious if Herschel Walker.
The why you done diagnosed.
Listen, the problem is you can't diagnose CTE till somebody passes away.
Passes away, right?
But he got that CTE.
But really, who says that that's true? Who says that that is true? That you can only diagnose CTE after a person is dead. My point is that I don't believe that. I believe that if they were able to diagnose it while people were alive, a lot of money would be lost if they were. I'm just saying, just look at the big picture here. I don't.
So the first person to say it, Jay, was the dude that Will Smith portrayed in the movie Concussion. So the doctor who discovered it, because the only thing they have right now is actual brain analysis of the brain tissue of the deceased players to go by. So it's not to say that it couldn't happen, but it's so new that they don't have tests.
No. But Dwight, I'm gonna argue with you with that, because I know a lot of players will come out, and a lot of players will come out and say, "Hey, I have a form of CTE, and I've been diagnosed with X, Y, and Z." I think it progresses to where they can.
Right. Yeah. No, there are definitely some behaviors that are attributed to it and stuff like that. But in terms of I'm not trying to be the doctor. I'm just saying that's what the science says right now.
I think that's what the people who control the study is allowing to come out, because it affects way too many people's pockets. Right. I mean, and that just is one part of life, because as I always say here on the culture, there are just levels to it. It's just levels to life that we can be exposed to. Go, you were getting ready to say something?
I'm wondering if Herschel really running is a distraction for Black folk. That's the part I don't want to miss, because we've been talking about Herschel Walker for quite some time, whether it's how he talks, whether it's about his kids, whatever he says or a soundbite, we talk about it. And I'm wondering if the distraction is really protecting something else that we're really missing.
Oh, no. It's just a pure setup by white supremacists, as far as I'm concerned. Anytime you uplift somebody who is a caricature in that way, whether it's Kanye, Herschel Walker, whomever, they're playing on the presumed stupidity of our people. Not only that we'll talk about it, but we will, uplift it, that we will support it. In the case of Kanye, he says what he says. Guess what? We buy the shoes. We do all the stupidity. In the case of Herschel Walker, if he's successful in winning this race, and you find out that he had significant Black support in the process, that speaks to an ignorance on our part. Let's be clear, right? Because they're white folks got their thing. They're like, we're going to do it. We're going to put Black against Black, and go ahead and do what you got to do. And I don't think he'll get most of the Black votes. But the idea that he
could get enough,
that he gets enough, That's the problem. Because Warnock only got, I think, 80% of the total black vote when he won the first time, right? So it was already a slippage happening. So I don't know.
Hey, while we're on the topic, today is the 7th of October. What are some critical deadlines as it relates to early voting, vote by mail? Because of the whole notion on redistricting, I think that it's very important for people to take the time and find out where their polling location is now. I mean, just before we wrap, Dwight, can you tell everybody where we are right now and just
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate a little bit of time for that, Jay. So the most important deadline is that the voter registration deadline is Tuesday the 11th. If you're not registered to vote, if you haven't updated your voter registration, if you've changed addresses and your driver's license, does not match where you used to vote, you have to do all of that by Tuesday the 11th in order to be in alignment, right? And a lot of people forget that is that when you give your driver's license, they're looking up your voter information, and if the address doesn't match, you end up getting what is called a provisional ballot instead of the ballot you're supposed to have. And so we don't want people doing that. So if people need to update that, go to the DMV. If you got a name change, if your signature's off, now's the time to do all that before Tuesday the 11th. In terms of vote by mail, you have until the 29th of October to request a vote by mail ballot. But I would tell folks who already have it, because they've been going out since September 24th, if you have it, now is also the time to start sending it back. Signature, sign it, make sure all that's taken care of so that you can go in the system and see if your vote by mail ballot has been actually, submitted properly, right? And so it's important for people to understand that you just can't just do it and forget it. You actually want to make sure you're crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's in this moment, because, it's critical, especially here in the state of Florida and across the country. We talk about Georgia a lot on this, but for us Floridians, if, folks like Val Demings who are running, she'll be the third black woman to ever be in the U.S. Senate if she's elected, right? And so if we're talking about making history, we have an opportunity to do it here in the state of Florida as well. Sister named Aramis Ayala, who's running for Attorney General, also will be the first black cabinet member in the state of Florida. That means first statewide elected black person and black woman if she were elected Attorney General. So it's we have some real opportunities to make history here in the state of Florida for the culture. And if we don't, we gotta do it. And it just can't be the 8 folks on this thing. It has to be all the folks who watch as well.
And also, we are keeping the entire portion of Florida that was affected by Hurricane, who is it, Irma?
Ian.
Oh, Ian, not Geraldine. Okay, Ian. Right. We're keeping you lifted in prayer. I found some disturbing news out about Bethune-Cookman University and what's going on with them. We'll have more in-depth coverage of that coming up this week to find out how you can be of assistance.
And your favorite person, Plies, his whole neighborhood was jacked up. You know where he's from. Fort Myers.
Well, once he got rid of his gold teeth, I didn't really say I don't have.
He's not the same anymore. We still love the Fort Myers and Plies neighborhood.
Oh, Jessica.
He changed. I'm just saying he's not the same anymore.